What's up everyone, this is Cedric skycedi, and today I want to offer a thought for all of us as we're ending out 2017, and I want this thought to catapult us into 2018, and that thought is you only have today. I'm making this video because it's something that I've been thinking about in recent times, and it's something that I felt like, you know what, if I put it out there, maybe it would help or motivate somebody. Now, this thought was inspired by a quote, and it's a simple quote that you guys have heard me say, and I end my videos with this quote many times, and that quote is seize the day. Now, this quote, seize the day or carpe diem, is not a quote for me to just throw at the end of my video and something to sound cute, but it's a reminder for me, first of all, and also for all of you guys to really seize the day and to seize the moments. It was about 10 years ago where I first came across this quote. Now, around this time, I got a part-time job at American Eagle, and I worked there for like a summer or something like that. And I remember the theme for that season for all the clothes that would come out was carpe diem. And I remember that phrase stuck with me ever since that point because I really began to think about what seizing the day means. It means to take advantage of the moment that you have now. The past is in the past, you can't change it. The future has not come yet, you don't know what to expect from the future, but today is here, so capitalize on today. So that has stuck with me ever since that time. You know, for me, I've lived a big part of my life really concerned about the opinions of others, whether it was how they thought about how I looked or how I acted, or it was me wanting to please their expectations of what they wanted out of me. I've always been bound by that, and I would say that was probably one of my most strongest weaknesses growing up, was just being so bound by the opinions of others, because that would affect everything that I would do, and I would make decisions based on pleasing others. And I remember around the time where I turned 30, and that was just a couple of years ago, I remember thinking about my life and thinking about where I was at that point, because I remember going through this feeling of, what have I accomplished at this point that I'm proud of? Or where am I in my life? Am I where I want to be? Am I pursuing what I want to pursue? And it was around that time period that I began to realize and really heavily evaluate how I lived my life up to that point. I realized that a third of my life, at least, is already gone. A third of it is gone, just like that. I won't be able to get it back. I won't be able to change the past. I won't be able to do any of that. All I had was that moment there. And for a moment, I kind of got scared because it was like, oh my gosh, either I'm gonna keep going the way that I'm going with the mindset that I have and hit the age of 50 or 60 or 70 and look back and have that same thought. What have I accomplished? What have I done to really bring fulfillment to my life? What have I done up to this point to really make or impact other people in the way that I want to do it? Did I continue to live for people and for the opinions of man? So now, being 32, I have a much better idea of where I'm heading in my life, where I want to go, and I'm not bound by the opinions of people. Because here's one thing that I've discovered at this point, and I think a lot of you guys have probably discovered this too. You can do so much and work so much and so hard for someone else, and you can seek to please people, you can seek to do things to get their approval, but at the end of the day, they don't really care about you. They're not going to bed at night thinking about you. They're thinking about their own lives, their own families, their own ambitions, and their own dreams, while I'm sitting here thinking about them. Once I had that realization, something had to change within me. Back to this phrase, seize the day. I realized that in order for me to go where I want to go and to do what I want to do and accomplish what I want to accomplish and to impact the lives that I wanted to impact, I needed to seize the day, and it started now. Tomorrow is not promised. What other people think about you, that's not promised. But let me tell you what is promised. What's promised is this moment that you have right now. What's promised is your ability to make decisions, to take action right now. What's promised is how you treat people and how you impact the lives of people. Now, with all of that being said, I want to share a couple of things to leave you guys with. Now, the most meaningful parts of our lives are the relationships that we have. That's why so many people who have things, who have money, who have wealth, a lot of them feel so unfulfilled because their relationships are lacking, or they have people around them, but they don't have anyone that they can trust or anyone that they can call a true friend. A lot of people feel unfulfilled. Now, there's nothing wrong with that stuff because all that stuff is great. But if you don't have people to share it with, or you don't have people that you trust or love in your life, none of that matters. Because on your deathbed, you're not going to be concerned about all the stuff that you have, all the stuff that you were able to accumulate. You're going to be concerned about the people that matter most, and you're going to want the people that you love to be around you. Let's focus on our relationships with our family, our relationships with our friends, anybody who's around us. Let's focus on developing those relationships, mending those relationships. I understand that some of our relationships are scarred, some of our relationships maybe seem hopeless, but I want to challenge you to think, what if tomorrow never comes? What do you want out of your relationships with the people in your life? What can you do today to take steps forward in mending those relationships? Another thought that I want to put out there is this: time is our biggest asset. It's our greatest and most valuable asset because time is limited. Money and things, resources, in theory, are unlimited. You can always get more money, you can always get more things, but you can't get more time. Our time is limited here on this earth, and we need to ask ourselves, are we making the best use of our time with the things that we are doing and with the things that we're focusing on? A lot of us have big dreams and aspirations, and we have great goals, and those are awesome and those are great, but let me ask you this: what are you doing today that's getting you one step closer to those goals and those dreams? A lot of us tend to wait till tomorrow to make things happen. We tend to wait till, oh, we have next year, we have next month, but again, you may not. So what are you doing today to get you one step closer? Dreams and ambitions are great, but if we're not going to put any action and actually take any steps to realizing those dreams, they're going to remain dreams. They're not going to come into fruition. They're not going to become a reality. And so I want to challenge all of us to start right now. Doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything together. You don't have to wait till everything's perfect or the circumstances are perfect, because they never will be. But you just do it and just start and you just go on the journey, figure it out as you go along. And you'll find that as challenging as that is and as uncomfortable as that is, it's very rewarding and it's very fulfilling, and it stretches you and it challenges you, and you become stronger and you become more motivated because you realize you're one step closer than you were yesterday to realizing those dreams, to realizing those goals and those ambitions. And so start right now. It does not have to be perfect. That's what I did with this YouTube channel. In July, when I decided that I wanted to go to Korea, I wanted to document my journey, and I had nothing. I had iMovie and I also had my iPhone. And so I was just like, you know what? I can wait for things to be perfect. I can wait to buy some better equipment or get a new camera. But I decided to go ahead and just start and take action and record my first video, put it out there, which is kind of horrible, by the way, but it's still up there if you want to check it out. And I was like, look, I'll just figure it out as I go along. And I'm so glad that I did that, because I was able to learn and grow at a quicker rate, because I'm over here doing it and I'm learning and I'm figuring things out. But I'm very happy with where I am now because of everything that I've done in the past 5 months. And I'm not saying that because I'm great. I'm saying that because we can all do that. But I just made the decision to just do it and just to go after it as best as I could. You can do that too. So what are you leaving on the table as far as your goals and your dreams? And are you taking action? And the last thought that I want to give is, don't be bound by the opinions of others. I say this with balance, of course, because we have to be concerned about what other people think to a certain extent. You know, I'm not going to just go out there without brushing my teeth or taking a shower because I'm concerned about what society is going to think of me. Of course, like that's normal, right? But what I am saying is, if the opinions of other people are literally binding you or giving you anxiety and causing you to freeze up and causing you not to take action on certain things, then break out of that as fast as you can, as soon as you can. I can speak to that because I lived most of my life that way, and I'm now at a point where I am not totally out of it, of course, but I am a lot further ahead than before. I'm not as bound by the opinions of people. Don't want to get to the end of your life and look back and have regret. Alright guys, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this style of video. I know it's a little different, but it was something that was on my mind and I wanted to share it with you guys. And hopefully it inspired you or motivated you in some way. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to drop a comment in regards to anything that I mentioned. I want to hear if you agree with what I said or if you have a different perspective or spin on it. So feel free to leave it in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you can get notified of every video that I upload. And I encourage you guys to finish 2017 strong. I'm looking forward to 2018. But remember, only today is promised. So start today, capitalize on what you have today. I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember to always seize the day. Peace.